Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm working on a 2008 Lexus IS250. Alright, I've been having some overheating problems. If I'm in traffic and airflow stops, it will start climbing. So that motor on the driver's side stopped working, so we're gonna go ahead and change that for a whole new assembly. If it's just a motor, it could be changed out, but we have a whole new fan assembly. So we're gonna take off the overflow tank, the hose, and the wiring harness to make way for the new assembly. First thing I'm gonna do is take off this plastic piece just for a little bit more visual. 10 bolt, 10 size on the socket for the bolt. All right, there's that piece. Next, we're gonna unclip. Maybe I'll just undo those bolts first and possibly unclip this harness out of the way. These have no clips like that one, so we're just gonna take the top off and let it hang out of the way. Now we're gonna undo those two bolts. All right, these are 10 as well. All right, now we're gonna undo this harness right here. So what you're gonna do is just squeeze the two tabs here, push it out. All right, that's loose. All right, so I undid this area here. Or basically the squeeze kind as well. I stuck something in there, a little thing here, and then pry it up. Okay, that's it. It didn't seem to break them, so we're good there. The one I have to figure out is this one and this one here of the harness, so it's away from the the fan shroud. All right, and did the connector there. This one's next. All right, so on this one I got behind it and squeezed it with the pliers as well. This one I couldn't figure out. This one I did. Squeezed it off and pulled it. This one right here, I cut it. It looked like a zip tie. If I look closely and find out how it comes off, I'll make sure to mention that. All right, next up is that petcock on the bottom. In this vehicle, it's a white one down there. All right, and there's a hole right there. I have a pan under. So let's see, we're gonna take off a little bit of coolant. That way we can remove this hose. It's pretty full. Let's leave that off so I can get a visual. The cool thing that was that there is a little nipple there to put a hose. Where is it? Can't get a visual, but that's the petcock. I put a hose on the nipple that goes under. That way I can catch it on this pad, and I could see that was enough. It didn't take long to empty this hose. Next, we're gonna remove that clamp right there, or just this one. Let's do this side first. All right, on this clamp, my choice of tool is this one right here. Clamp it and move it back. this. Alright, and we're gonna do the same to that side. We might not have to. If we pull this off, I can just move it out the way. Alright, it's getting dark here. That's not good. What I see here is a broken side here. Yikes. How long has that been like that? All right, and this is when it turns into a radiator installation as well, and not just a fan shroud installation. I found this broken area here on the inlet, and it's been like that for a long time. If you rewind back, you can see the clamp was further back, so that's why it wasn't leaking. The radiator wasn't leaking, but I'm gonna go ahead and change it. It's about time, so we're just gonna be nice and secure. All right, and there's the hose sticking out. I am releasing more liquid than I was originally because I am gonna change out the radiator as well. So we'll go ahead and cover that part. Also, isn't it cool how a steady stream looks like it's frozen, like it's a paused video, but it's just a steady stream. Look at that. It's just pretty cool. It's a constant flow. Look at that. Look at that. That is so cool. So I am going to replace not only the fan shroud, but the radiator itself. So we're going to go with just replacing the fan shroud steps first. All right, that way you leave your radiator in place, and then I'll demonstrate the next steps for removing the radiator, which is just the added holes. That's pretty much it. And before we do that, we're gonna remove this from the fan and these clips. Okay, we're gonna squeeze them up and move the shroud forward. All right, so this hole's right here. I'm just gonna put a little screwdriver on here. All right, we're gonna squeeze this guy just gently. Everything seems to be brittle. And I'm just gonna pull it forward. Okay, like that. All right, so I did the same thing to this clip in the middle. Squeezed it and moved it forward. Then there's one more on that side. All right, we're gonna do the same to this last one. Squeeze and move the shroud forward. All right, the shroud is loose. All right, from the view from up here, I don't see anything still holding the fan shroud in place unless we have something on the bottom, but we're just gonna pull up and see if it's completely loose. Okay, it seems to be loose, so I'm gonna use both hands and pull it up to make it easier for me. It'd be nice if this was out of the way, and this as well, so I can take this lid off, see if that helps. All right, connector is off. A little hard squeeze and pulling it out, of course, off the clip. Next thing is I'm loosening the clamp on here. So that's just a 10. That should be good enough. Take the clips off on each side. 3 and one more down here. So it's binding on the actual hose there. I'm gonna take one more off. That should take this bottom piece off. Alright, that's a 10 as well. And one more 10 right there. Alright, so these are fairly long bolts. Both of them on the air cleaner there. The only thing holding it up is the actual fan I'm trying to take out. All right, if we just want it out the way, we don't have to take off that little harness clip. It's fine. Just move it aside. You have all the room you need. All right, so that did it. Just moving this bottom part of the air cleaner assembly. Gave the clearance we needed. It did bind onto this, so it'll move it a little. So that's enough clearance to pull it out. All right, at this point, the budget way to do it is to replace that old fan motor with a new one. So go ahead and switch that out now. All right, what might need to be recovered, it's probably just this clip right here. And I'm trying to look for the other half. So if it's not on the floor, it should be on the bottom here somewhere. So we'll take a quick look. There it is. All right, so installation should be the reverse of removal. We'll show that in a little bit. Now we're gonna remove the actual radiator. So that'll be removing that bottom hose. There's a clip here that's visible. And then it looks like you would have to squeeze it on the bottom here. So we can squeeze it on the top here. All right, I did aim for the top one. Easier access than struggling on the bottom. Squeezed it and twisted. All right, it looks like you can't just pull it out. These are the rubber mounts holding the radiator in place. All right, let's see if we can loosen these and just slightly pull it up. That way we can pull the radiator off. And we're gonna do the same to those two and raise it up. All right, all 4 bolts are loose. Seems like a good spot to save them right here. And we're just gonna kind of do that. See that? That should be enough to bring that radiator forward. Let's see if it can be done. I did undo one more clip for this harness. That makes it more movable. Right, so that should be pretty good. I'm trying not to loosen all this up, so this should be enough. So we're just raising it up from the bottom mounts, the mount holes. We're doing that. And that is loose there. All right, so apparently the condenser is attached, so we're gonna have to remove it from the radiator right there. And there, as you pull, you see that the hoses going to the condenser are right there. All right, so we don't want to do anything strange to the actual lines. So we're just gonna loosen that up. This is enough to bend this back. Put the 10 on there and remove that top one. This one's removed already, right there. I did loosen that from the grill so it can be moved a little bit more. See that? See that movement? So we're gonna go ahead and remove this and see what's next. Well, the list of removing things keeps growing. 2X is the bottom bolts for this condenser. I am gonna take off this grill, a couple of clips with Phillips, and I'll just be able to pull this off. So let's go ahead and remove these. And then, so we're gonna remove this. That way we have access to the bottom ones. All right, these just pull up like this. They're getting brittle. 2008, it's time. All right, and we're gonna do the same for the rest of them. Then we're gonna use a Phillips for this at the end. A Phillips really doesn't really work, so you kind of really have to do this. All right, there you go. We'll put it with the rest of the clips. And let's see if this one's the same. The Phillips is just the front, it looks like. They're just old clips. I'm gonna have to pick that up. All right, we got a rubber seal here. And there's a few clips there. The separation there. All right. There we are. All right, and we're just gonna pull back on this one. All right, this is from the top looking down. This is the grill. Okay. You could see this is what we want to go out. That clip right there. Remember, everything's old. You can break that right there. And we see a couple clips on the bottom. So let's see what we can do for maneuvering this grill out of the way. I'll try to pry this plastic off. We'll see how that goes. Let's see here, the chrome part and the black part right there. All right, we're gonna try to separate that. All I did was find a little spot like this and go like that. Didn't take much effort. See that? I don't want to force. So I'm gonna do the same right there. Okay. This. Okay. All right. I'm scared to break this clip down here, but I did the same method. I'm doing this just slowly. That way, just the whole chrome piece comes off. All right, what came off first is the chrome piece. I can set that right up there. No broken clips. Isn't that cool? All right, so apparently part of the bumper right here, this clip, there's a clip for the black part. That's the only one hanging on, so that's my little critical one. I don't want it to break. One more clip, then this part will come off. All right, I did do the screwdriver action carefully, and it's in one piece. Whew, no broken pieces. There it is, access. Let's put that up there. All right, so we do have one more bolt here and on the other side for the condenser. So let's go ahead and remove that. As I was holding the radiator up, I loosened it and it came off. So you can pull it up as long as you loosen it. So let's go ahead and do the same for that bolt right there. All right, so I pulled the condenser off. Same on that side, and we're gonna hopefully have the radiator free, nothing else. and nothing else holding it back. All right, that's it. She is free. This bolt fell off, so I have to retrieve it. Overall, pretty good radiator, although it's showing some signs of age. It's got that whiteness, but yeah, look at that. Remove the hose. So my fear was if a piece fell in there, it could block flow. I couldn't find the piece down here, so we're gonna turn it over and see what pops off. All right, there's that one bolt. So we're just gonna put it back in its place. That way, when we transfer it over, we know which bolt it is. All right, it is now dark. We're gonna go ahead and remove that clamp and make sure the new Denso right there is the same size. All right, the new part, Denso, matches up to the original. We're just gonna need the mounts, so we're gonna take those and transfer them over. All right, so we went ahead and transferred the rubber mounts on top. We loosely put in the 10mm bolts on there. We're gonna slide it into place, and then we're gonna slide the condenser right there onto those bolts on the bottom. Then we can install the two bolts right there. All right, but before we do that, let's go ahead and we're gonna put this hose on the bottom here, like pre-install it. Let's go ahead and do that. Those pliers are still on there. All right, hose is in place. It took a little while to get the clamp right and the angle right for that hose. I did put it down and made sure it pointed where this inlet is for the water pump. All right, so we're gonna put it down. We're gonna aim for these holes here. Before we do, we're gonna slide the condenser in place. All right, radiator is down. Condenser hooks are right there, so I'm gonna lift the condenser itself and try to slide it into place. I need that 10 ready. Let's get that 10 ready.
Which one? Oh, that side. Let's see what we can do there.
next thing is we're gonna put the radiator on those mounts down there. That one. And the one on that side. Alright, once I do that, I can better tighten that nut right there. Alright, one mount on the bottom did slide off, so it looks like this will go into the hole, this part. So let's go ahead and put it back in. I just gave it a turn, kind of like a jar top. Alright, so let's try to reinsert. So right there is where I knocked off. See that little leg hit it. So obviously I gotta pull on this so it can go under, so I have clearance. So I'm gonna push on that, make sure this lights down, and I'm gonna tighten that one. Alright, the bottom bolts were pain in the butt. They're on there. Time to do the top. The 2 bolts here. So, alright, those 4 bolts were a pain in the butt. That's the condenser bolts. Alright, all that's needed is to shove this in here. And bolt those back up. I do need the fan. So maybe let's do that first before we tighten everything down. Alright, new fan is here. Alright, so we're gonna see what needs to be transferred over. This inserts on the bottom there, so we'll do that. And let's see what clips. It looks like some clips need to be transferred over. Alright, here's the original plastic. Alright, so we have to transfer over these clips. One, we don't have any. These are Rock Auto products, as well as a Radiator. That was a Denso. I forgot the name of this brand. Alright, 2. And the mount here, 3. Alright. Genuine Toyota, the original. What started failing was the one on this side, facing the driver's side. So I'll bench test it. And it looks like you can just unscrew. Alright, and you can just order the motor if you want to. So I'm gonna take this guy off as well. So it's 1, 2, 3, and this clip right here. All right, that's it. This, okay, this comes off, so I'll take that off and put it right there. I seem to have cut it out of frustration, so all you have to do is press with one of these in the back, and it does come off, and you can just leave it on the harness. And when you're ready, you clip it on. If you see here for the clip, there's a hole in the front. This is a hole for the bolt. So this is the front hole. So you reach under, and it'll slide right off. That's it. Reverse order. It's pretty wet. All right, I have to push those in. And I think the last one is this rubber. All right, it's getting messy. Let me clean that up and then transfer it over. All right, and that's how it looks. I'm gonna put that in there. Looks like you just squeeze it on there. That's it. And the clip is last. There it is right there. You can see that clip from behind. right there. So we're gonna try to, all right, here's that piece right there. We're gonna squeeze the tabs, and then pull it from the front. All right, and for these clips, I'm just gonna squeeze here and here to bring them forward. And same with this one, if I can. Like it's on there. Make sure that tab is down, locked in. All right, looks good. I might press down with a screwdriver or a pick. There you go. All right, time to flip this guy over and put it in place. See those two marks? That plastic right there. And down there, that's where these clips should go. All right, those pieces are in on the bottom, as I mentioned. I'm glad I left this loose so I can move this a little bit back so it's not all stiff. All right, we're gonna get this into place. Harness maybe in front, out of the way. And we're gonna clip these guys here. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we're on this side of the radiator, right there. All right, I need both hands. All right, there's the first clip. Hand tighten these 4 bolts. That way when I push the fan in, the radiator this time doesn't move. It's been a little bit difficult having these clips go in. So I'm able to do one, but the other ones give me trouble. So this is a strategy I'm doing, bolting this down. Now pressing that in. I thought I had the clip down properly, but you could tell the side was misaligned. The shroud was more to the outside. So I knew that airflow wouldn't be right. So I suspected the bottom wasn't sitting right on there. So that's what did it. It's easier to clip now. If you can't clip them in easy, that means there's an alignment problem on the bottom. So we're gonna go ahead and just lift this one as well and see if that is the culprit also. When it's sitting nicely on the bottom, they will clip in easy. When it's difficult, that means something's wrong. So there you go. They're made for each other. All right, I'm gonna tighten these down. That's back on. This clip actually broke, but at least it has a barrier. It's not going anywhere. There's a shroud in place. All right, we're gonna put the connectors in place. they are. And you can go ahead. This is for the reservoir, so I'll put that in place and we'll put this back together. All right, so back together it is. Starting with this hose. In correct order, one of the first things you do put back is this hose. I noticed this. So someone previously did that. So we're gonna put that in here. Okay. It's supposed to be a nice flexible hose. That one in, and this kind of squeezes. So we're gonna squeeze that into this area here. All right, let's see if we can do the opposite. Put it here first and squeeze this back. There she is. Ooh. All right, next up, to have better access, we're gonna put the reservoir. We're also gonna put the bottom of this air cleaner back on. Before we do the air cleaner box, the reservoir, and the hose, I'm gonna take care of this front end here. So one of the first things that clips in are these ears. Hard to tell, but everything just slips under. Don't want to break anything, so we're gonna do that very carefully. Very carefully. All right. Kind of give it an angle. Black piece of the grill goes in first. Now this chrome piece goes over it. All right, these clips on the bottom, we'll have to slip those in, and the one on the side here. I'll go there and there. And box is back in. New filter. Don't forget to clip that in if you took it off. We're gonna do the same for these. As you can see, right there's a spot. So these naturally sit back and clip on here. Reservoir and hoses next, along with the top for that. There's a reservoir. That bottom will go on that mount, rubber mount right there. And as you can see, this is where that harness is gonna clip onto right there. All right, so let's sit this down. All right, set down. Why now? Let's clip it. The two remaining 10 millimeters right there. All right, so I have the cover for the air cleaner. The clamp is tightened. We don't need to forget to click that guy in. And this guy. Now that we have the bolt on there, I am going to put this hose, yellow mark down, purple up. So that's next, and we're done. All right, last piece is in. Hose is connected. Time to top it off. And then we're just going to put all our plastic pieces back on. We're just going to top it off. Turn on the engine. And pour some in. I did take this piece back off, just so you can see the function of the fans. Alright, I'm hoping that goes down. If not, I can figure out a way to get it out of there safely. At this point, you just lift a little. Let it fill up the rim there, and it'll go down. You just gotta be quick so it doesn't come off. There we are. We are set. And that is our radiator and fan installation. All right, thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful of how to install your radiator fan on this Lexus 2008 IS250 and the radiator itself. Please hit a like and subscribe.